Hi guys, my name is Alex Allen, and this is my friend Kiana, and she will be playing a depressed mother with three children who currently lost her job because she is severely depressed and cannot get out of bed or do her daily tasks because of her depression. Today I'll be displaying attending skills with eye contact and mirroring body language. I'll also be develop a collaborative relationship by completing the treatment plan assessment with my client today so that we can develop some long-term and short-term goals. And I will also be responding with empathy. Okay. So, hello, my name is Alex. Welcome today.
Thank you for having me. My name is Kiana.
You're welcome. You're welcome. First thing first, I just want to ask you what brought you in today?
Well, I'm very, very depressed, so I need someone, a vent to talk to, let it out, so hopefully this will be a good outlet or something that I can use, to express or get things out that I can't normally get out.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So, I'm gonna just put that to the side, and I just want to take some time to get to know you.
Definitely.
Where are you from? How old are you?
For sure, I'm 24. I live in the suburbs of Philadelphia. Been there my whole life. My father passed away when I was 2.
Sorry to hear that.
It's okay. It's okay. I think it just, made me a stronger individual in a way, but a lot of, fighting mentally, battles with that as well. So a lot to it, but it's okay. But yeah, that's where I'm from. Been there my whole life. Come from a single parent home with my mom and my little brother.
So you seem very, very strong.
Thank you.
Seems like you've been through some things, but you've been able to see the positive out of them.
Always.
That's good. That's great to hear. That'll be very helpful for you, to help you make this change that you would like to make.
Sometimes it's hard to be that, so positive, but sometimes, try to be that way, and it opens up some happiness for me.
Yeah. What are some things you like to do?
I have kids, so spending time with them is always great. Being around family or friends, or just walks in the park, just getting out, exploring adventures. Being with the kids, taking them to the park or something like that. But ultimately, spending time with them, that's what I love to do.
That's good. How old are your children?
They are 3, and I have one that is about to be 1.5.
Sounds like you're a great mother.
Try to be.
That's good.
Try to be.
Okay, so today, since it's our first meeting, we're going to do the initial treatment plan assessment.
Okay.
Basically, we're just going to work together, to get some of the things done that you came in to get done today.
Awesome.
How did you hear about my services?
Just word of mouth. My mom is a nurse, so she tries to give me some things because she knows sometimes I can get real down and out. So she was hoping that this might be a good outlet, so she actually referred me to you.
Okay. You have a close relationship with your mother?
Up and down, but ultimately, altogether, yes. But it's been an up and down relationship,
okay.
yes.
Okay, so it sounds like that battles that mothers and daughters have, but you guys care about each other and always here for each other.
For
That's
sure.
great. That's
for
great.
sure. Especially coming from a single parent home, sometimes it's hard.
Okay.
So we have had those ups and downs, but we try to work them out. Because ultimately that's all you have.
So you've had a strong role model. That's great. That's great. That's good. What are your thoughts about therapy?
I think it's an awesome thing. Like I told you before, it's an outlet, so, it's another way to get out what you can't always express to other people or you keep bottled in. Someone to just hear your thoughts and, help you figure things out in your mind. It's a good thing to me.
It's good to hear. Is this your first time in therapy?
No.
Okay.
I've tried before just because I've been, I get so depressed, so, I've tried.
Or do you feel like any of those other times were successful? Or
no, ultimately it helps for that moment sometimes, but I'm hoping, now that sometimes it's a more of a will thing,
yes.
So I'm hoping this time it'll be a better time for me because I'm really, really trying for the sake of my kids to get better, you know? So hopefully this is a good stretch this time.
So, if I'm hearing you right, the last time it was kind of harder for you just because you didn't have that will or that drive, but this time you feel like you have that. Okay. So I want to just have you, identify a long-term goal, something after this 6 months where you walk away and you feel like you've had, successful treatment and
Definitely,
you want to change.
definitely. 6 months from now, I would like to be in like a stable job, not jumping from job to job. One stable full-time job, something great with benefits that's gonna help me and my kids. And just to take care of them ultimately and be a great parent. But that's what I truly, truly want.
What are some things that you do now to, get yourself better? Some of your coping mechanisms when you're depressed to get you out of bed?
It's always a struggle. Like I was telling you before, sometimes it's really, really hard, because the world can be so overwhelming.
Yes, definitely.
I think about my kids and I tell you that all the time. That's where it always comes down to my babies because I have to get better for them. I have to be, that strong parent, that superwoman. That's what they see, they have to see that. Not someone who's, broken down all the time and can't help them because ultimately that cripples them in the long run, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So I don't want that. And, sometimes even thinking about, I told you before, I come from a single parent home. So sometimes thinking, making my dad proud might help, or making my mom proud because, she raised me. She's all I know, I want to bring success to her name as well. So it's like family, loved ones motivate me to get out of bed some days when I really don't want to.
Yes. I think it's amazing, that you use your father as a motivation. He might not physically be here,
but mentally,
motivating.
I try to be very spiritual as well. That's another outlet. God, I totally believe that blessings come to people, so if you try, he sees that.
Yes. What are some of your strengths and interests?
Well, you've seen before, I try to be a very strong individual, try to make some positive things out of some, even though I may be depressed at times, sometimes you have to look at the other qualities you have in yourself as well. So just being positive, optimistic, even being realistic, I think is still being strong in a way because you're still looking at what really could happen, the facts, Yeah. Other than that, I can't really think of any other stuff.
What are some of the things you and your family do together?
We go to movies, cook dinner. We love to cook together. Food is like what brings us together. So food is always like the number one go-to. Shopping or ice skating when it gets cold. We try to do little hobbies together, to keep it going, keep everyone together and bonded.
I think that is amazing that you have a strong, connected family. Some support that you can go to when you need them. Do you feel comfortable going to your family when you're depressed or upset?
Sometimes, but sometimes also family can be very judgmental. Sometimes they want you to be in this perfect little box that you can't be sometimes,
Yes.
You have to walk your own path sometimes. So it's hard, it's a battle there as well, So adding that on top of, being a single mom and, dealing with raising kids, 2 little ones on my own, that's a lot, Just everything together is a lot. But sometimes I talk to them. But sometimes I don't, and that's why sometimes I need another outlet because things get bottled up.
It's good. It's good that you can use them. When they can be your support, but you also are aware that you're different. Or maybe need a different kind of support, somebody to talk to.
For sure.
Do you feel like you have that person, like different?
Not yet.
Okay.
And hopefully this will be, like I was telling you, a good start.
Yeah.
A good start.
Yes. Definitely. Do you do anything in the community?
I don't right now.
Okay. I know you were talking about church. Are you?
That's a good place. I really do want to start getting involved with more church things as well. So, like, if I could volunteer, start doing things there, maybe, possibly. But yes, I would love to do. That would be awesome. I could do that.
Definitely. And I can.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, help you and assist you in maybe finding something.
That would be great.
Love that.
I would love that.
Yeah, of course. Are there? I know you said you had some other treatment. What other services you might you have had?
Other than therapy, medications.
Okay.
Um,
Are you on medication right now?
They give me stuff, but I really don't like it. I don't like the way it makes me feel.
Okay.
You know, I'd rather be like depressed and upset. That way I know I can still deal with my kids, but when I'm on the medications, it zones me out. Too much is going on. I got kids to watch, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I don't like the way it makes me feel, so I don't take it.
Do you remember what it's called?
Yeah. I don't.
I
just don't take it.
Yeah. When was the last time you took it? Or did you ever take it?
Maybe about 6 months ago.
Okay. You said it just made you feel zoned out.
Yeah, like I just didn't want to move, didn't want to do anything. And like eventually I'll get myself together, you know, like, but I feel like it was making me worse. Like I didn't want to do anything at all. It was making my depression way worse than what it was.
Was that the only prescription you've ever tried?
Yes.
Brand?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to ask you, do you see there being any barriers to treatment? So anything that might stop you, motivation, work, finances, childcare, maybe you can't get here for the childcare.
All of the above.
Okay.
I think, just sometimes I do need to find someone that can help me assist with the kids. That would be great. I told you before, I wish I could find like a full-time management, something job where it's going to be with benefits. It's going to be great. Set us up, because those finances are coming down. So, for sure, all of the above.
And then I just want to also set one short-term goal with you before you leave today. And then after we set this, we'll talk about next week.
Definitely.
Okay. So I just want you to give me one short-term goal that you feel as though will get you to that long-term goal that we can work on together.
Definitely. I think what I would love for you to help me do, go over to the church maybe with me, figure out how I can start volunteering there. I think that's something we could make happen, very rapidly. That I feel like could happen before. And then maybe that could open up doors. I could maybe talk to some people there, some people with jobs. Could be a great opportunity.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Awesome. Yes. I would love that.
Okay, definitely. We can definitely set that up. And I'll before you come back next week, I'll have you just look up a couple churches that you might be interested and come back with that. And then next week we will finish this assessment up. And then we will go into, a family tree assessment. It's called a genogram. It's kind of like a family tree. Okay?
Yes.
All right. I'll see you next week.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye.
That was amazing.